Xenoblade Chronicles. Man, Xenoblade Chronicles is a game unlike any other. From the world building to its story to the environments. Like the game is just in no short of words, it's just a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece front to bottom. The whole trilogy is a masterpiece. I can't really say anything bad about it because it's pretty much my favorite game trilogy, game franchise, or even just one singular game of all time. However, I didn't always really feel like that about really any form of media. Growing up as a kid always has really that one piece of media that ultimately defines their whole childhood. It could either be a book, it could be a movie, but more often than not, it's a game that they find in their childhood that molds them and shapes them, and that they're going to love in some fashion forever. Some have Mario, some have Sonic, some even have Pokemon. However, for me, I didn't really have that. Sure, I had Pokemon, but it was always just like this one and done thing for me. I loved it, but it didn't really have any like sticking power for me as a kid in my mind. I don't know why I couldn't grasp it, but I just couldn't really it couldn't really stick for me. Not usually just because like I was like a troubled kid growing up and I was grappling with a great deal of pain that defined a lot of my childhood. I won't get too far into it because I don't want to get too into it, but that's pretty much why I never really had like a game or a piece of media that I truly loved and could call my own because I never felt like I could connect with stuff like that. Like sure I was always reading and I was always watching things, but it never left a lasting impression on me. Even though I liked the things I was reading and I liked the things I was watching, it never left a lasting impact. Like it just never really did. That wasn't until 2014 when everything changed for me. When my favorite YouTuber at the time, Chucka Conroy, began his Xenoblade Chronicles Let's Play, where I felt something for a piece of media that I had never felt before. From the characters to the combat, and especially the world, I instantly fell in love with the game. Shulk, Shulk became my favorite protagonist just from watching that Let's Play, because Shulk was a character I felt like I could relate with. He felt almost exactly like me in a way. Like Shulk's kind of like awkward and kind of an introvert, and I felt like I was represented in that game. Like watching that Let's Play, seeing Shulk interact with the rest of the party, I felt like Shulk. And after that, I knew I needed to play that game. So after I watched the series, I was watching the series, and Chugga Conroy got further along into it. I begged my mom to buy me the game. Shout out, mom! Thank you for that. And I was eager to see if the emotions I experienced from watching the game would translate to me playing it. Well, let me tell you, as soon as I started playing that game, all the emotions I had from watching that Let's Play came flowing back to me. Suddenly, I truly understood what everyone meant when they found a game that truly resonated with them. From exploring Colony 9 and seeing just everything in that town unfold, like, I fell in love with that area. That's still, to this day, my favorite starting area in any video game. I could go on and on about Colony 9 and just like, even like on multiple playthroughs in, I'm still finding new parts of Colony 9. It's just amazing. From Colony 9 to crawling out onto the Bionis leg, seeing Gower Plain for the first time, nothing beats that for me. Nothing has topped that. Gower Plain is still to this day one of the best areas in gaming. Like nothing beats like you're in Tephra Cavern, you come out and then you just see Bionis leg and Gower Plain just unfold to you. It's just incredible. And finally scaling Valak Mountain, where you thought you saw it all, but you get even higher and you're in Valak Mountain, and like you get to see all these lights and the ice physics and everything. It's just so good. Each area in this game provided me with a sense of awe and wonder as I pressed on through. However, you can't really talk about Xenoblade, not talk about the story. Now, I'm not going to spoil story aspects because that's not what I'm here to do. I still think to this day, Xenoblade is a game that you need to experience blind. But I will say, is Xenoblade and the trilogy as a whole showed me and awoke and opened my eyes to just how deep and nuanced a game story can truly be. Like, from Shulk being the protagonist that he is, like finally seeing myself as represented through Shulk, like, and then like even moving on from Shulk and his party, you get Xenoblade 2 with Rex, another great protagonist that doesn't really get the love that he deserves, and then Noah, who ties it all together, like because Xenoblade 3 ties the entire trilogy together. It's just so masterfully written that I can't go into details for it. You need to I need you to go experience it for yourself because it truly is one of the best experiences in gaming and one that I can't recommend enough. So, to honestly, with this trilogy as a whole, like I don't know where I'd be without Xenoblade. It showed me that no matter how dark things may seem, there's always going to be light at the end of that tunnel. And Xenoblade is always going to be a part of that light for me because it showed me, like, it just showed me that every game has the potential to connect with you. And after Xenoblade, I've been able to connect with a lot more games and a lot more pieces of media because it woke me up to that part of myself. It showed me that I could connect with media on a different level, on a deeper, nuanced level than I ever thought I could have before. And it saved me in that aspect. It honestly saved me. It showed me that I can connect with things. Like I said, it showed me that I can connect with pieces of media, and I will always be grateful to Xenoblade for that because it showed me a different part of myself that I never thought I would know. So thank you, Xenoblade, and I truly can't wait to see what happens next, and I can't wait to see the next journey Xenoblade takes me on.